Today I'm going to do a quick review of this game Outpost Defender for the Apple Watch. So this game was pointed out to me by someone who commented on one of our videos, and I'm just going to quickly show you a little bit about how this game is played. So here's my Apple Watch, and I've got the game. It's on my phone, and here it is. There's 4 options, so I'm just going to show you asteroids. And basically you can spin around using the Apple crown. Tap to try again. So that spins you around, just spinning this thing, and you're trying to shoot the asteroids. So the first game is Invasion. And that basically is a slide up and down, and you shoot at the things that are coming at you. Game just crashed. We'll just open it up again. So that's Invasion. We got Asteroids, where you spin around and shoot at things that are coming at you. Got Black Hole, where you slide around the outside of this black hole and try to avoid the green particles that are being shot out. And then there's Canyon Run. So this is like one of those classic games where you're moving through a tunnel. When you start again, you kind of just start wherever you were, so quite often you just die. And so, so that's the app overall. That's how you use it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Playing this game was particularly intriguing for me because I actually worked on this really cool research with this engineering lab, the G-Scale lab at McMaster Innovation Park. And basically we were looking at the effects of different screen variables on gaming performance and experience in a game very similar to the ones we just showed on the watch. So we were looking at basically the effects of screen variables on this kind of game, and I actually am now getting to play the same game on a very different kind of screen and gaming experience. So basically we looked at a couple variables. Here's a close-up of the game, and we manipulated whether basically the world of the spaceship and everything ends where one screen ends and then continues where the next screen begins, or whether we added this additional element called compensation, where the game compensates for the distance of the bezels and the world kind of continues behind it as though you're looking at it through a window. And in this way, objects will maintain their trajectories, although aspects of the information will be hidden. We also manipulated the kind of the layout of these bezels. There are all sorts of layouts you can see here, and we manipulated the thickness. So here's a thin one, here's a thicker, and here's an even thicker bezel. And we kind of crossed all these variables into one design to see what effects this bezeling would have on gaming. So what we found was that, for example, for bezel size, as the bezels got thicker and thicker, individuals, which are here represented by lines, pretty much performed the same. So there was no effective bezel. Each person did the same in terms of kill ratio on each of the bezel conditions. The same pattern was observed for bezel size, for other variables, death count, and other measures of performance. And the same was really true for every variable. Configuration didn't make much of a difference. However, people did seem to prefer the thinnest bezels in terms of their subjective preference of game enjoyability. So there you have it. In playing this game on the small screen, I felt it brought these games to my wrist in a functional way, but noticed that it was tough to play on the move, as my wrist and control finger needed to be pretty stable to have the precise control required. When seated or standing still, the game was enjoyable to play, and there really is an entire world of possibilities of bringing these kinds of classic games to wearables for the developers. It's open country right now. However, I imagine a future of wearables where the wearable devices play into an ecosystem of other devices and location-based inputs and a whole bunch of other things, perhaps even overlaying on top of virtual reality or augmented reality. And it will probably be pretty cool. Hope we get to see some of that soon. Overall, these games are limited and definitely don't compare to console or even mobile gaming, yet they provide ultra-mobile access to a throwback gaming experience that definitely pleases, and only for $1, so how could you really go wrong? I probably wouldn't find myself playing this game often, but can imagine situations where it would be neat to have, and it's definitely a good example of a proof of concept that gaming is definitely possible on wearables, and the Apple Watch here specifically, and I really can't wait to see where developers take it from here. What do you think of this game, and what do you think of gaming on wearables in general? Let us know in the comments if you've played any other really cool games for any wearables, including the Apple Watch or any of the Android smartwatches. And feel free to comment on anything else you saw in this video or any other related ideas. If you liked this video, we'd really appreciate a like or thumbs up down below. And we hope to see you again on the Tech Couch soon.